Hello my dear subscribers, channel viewers and channel haters. If any incomprehensible object appears in the sky, it is usually mistaken for a UFO. Whether it's a small insect or the moon, under certain circumstances, almost anything can look like an alien spaceship. And while you go, you are waiting for proof of the existence of aliens. Watch this video about 11 objects that were mistakenly mistaken for UFOs. The Goodyear blimp has long been iconic, but that didn't stop people from mistaking it for a UFO in September 2020. Flying over the Metal Stadium during a football match, he attracted the attention of a huge number of confused eyewitnesses on the ground. The video from the scene shows how drivers pull over to the side of the highway to observe the object. Soon after, the recording spread all over the internet. The true identity of the object was revealed. Venus has been repeatedly mistaken for an unidentified flying object. According to experts, Venus is one of the most common explanations for UFO sightings. According to Discover magazine, the book UFO An Insider's View of the Official Search for Evidence contains a report of Georgia State Police officers chasing an object that was moving rapidly at an altitude for about 150 meters above the ground. This object turned out to be Venus, the brightest celestial body after the Sun and the Moon. But sometimes it appears close to the horizon, which is why it is mistaken for a UFO. To mistake Venus for a UFO is one thing, but the Moon is completely different. In 2011, the police in Hertfordshire, United Kingdom, received a call from a man who claimed to have seen a bright unidentified object hovering near his house. He was sure that the object was heading in his direction, although at some point it stopped. A few minutes after the end of the conversation, the man called again and said that he had mistaken the moon for a UFO.
Caller, you're through to the police. What's your emergency, please?
No, it's not an emergency per se, but there's something flying over our house that was coming towards me now with enormous lights blazing, and I don't know what the hell it is.
Right, okay, so what, it's got lights blazing, did you say?
Well, it's these big bright lights floating in the sky. They're coming towards me. I'm in Canterbury Way, Stevenage. I don't know what the hell it is. It's not an aeroplane, but it's hovering. I don't know what it is.
Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Can you hear any sort of engine noise from it or anything like that?
No, it's too far away at the moment, but I thought it was, the flight path coming, I thought it was an airplane first, and now it's just hovering with all these lights on. I don't know what the hell it is.
So so it's hovering quite far away now from your house?
It's, I would imagine it's somewhere over Walking or somewhere heading this way. You see bright lights. It's stopped now.
Is it? What, so you can't see it anymore now?
Oh no, I can see it. I can see it. It's just sort of hovering there. I don't know what the hell it is.
Okay, alright, well I've logged it down, so I'll see if the area knows anything about it, okay?
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Caller, you're through to the police. What's your emergency?
I just called you about 2 minutes ago.
Okay, so why are you calling back again then?
I'll tell you why, because I've just made a right mistake.
Right, okay.
I thought I saw something that was really strange, and it wasn't actually.
Right, do you know what? Because I just spoke to you myself. Do you know what it was then, or?
Well, you won't believe this. You won't believe it. It's a moon. You won't believe it. It's a moon.
Right, okay, I'll log that down, okay, but we're really busy,
I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.
SpaceX's groundbreaking projects sometimes attract attention for the wrong reasons. When the Falcon 9 rocket took off over Southern California in December 2017, it left a ghostly trail in the evening sky. Residents were seriously frightened by what they saw for a UFO, and the Los Angeles Fire Department raised the alarm because of a mysterious light. The SpaceX Starlink satellites have also generated a wave of UFO reports. When in 2015 British astronaut Tim Peake noticed 4 lights that were moving in a formation outside the International Space Station, he thought that they were aliens. It didn't take long for him and the rest of the crew to find out the true origin of the UFO. What he took for distant lights were actually crystallized drops of urine that were realized from a Russian space probe that sailed past the window. Lenticular clouds are formed when most air floats over a protruding geological object and enters the airflow above it, creating a descending wave. The air from this wave turns into a large lenticular cloud, similar to a flying saucer. The similarity is so striking that they were nicknamed flying saucers. The incident in Roswell turned weather balloons into a cliché, but there are many stories when people confuse balloons with UFO. In 2017, a large company X balloon crashed in Colombia. Farmers who watched the downed object smoke and bleed with a strange liquid thought they were seeing a UFO. Local police identified the wreckage as a balloon that X was using to connect to the internet in a remote area. The pyrotechnic air show of the US Army parachute team, Golden Knights, has become a tradition at the annual Sun Fun Festival in Myrtle Beach. A coordinated parachute jump is an incredible sight for those who know what to expect. For others, glowing balls falling from the sky look like an alien invasion. Having provoked numerous reports of UFOs, during the first year the organizers of the festival began to warn people about this event in advance. This, however, does not prevent false observation from being part of the annual tradition. Guess the riddle, shiny round and able to rush in the air in the different directions. Many insects fall under this criteria, but the description is also characteristic of many UFO reports. In 2012, the Fox affiliate KDVR in Denver shared a video of an unidentified flying object that astronomer Phil Plait identified as an insect. Over the past decade, drones have become one of the main explanations for UFO sightings. In fact, they look like smaller versions of spaceships. Fans of launching drones even buy programmable LED lamps with the intention of confusing people even more. Kites can also be decorated with LED lamps, which is why they attract UFO lovers. In early 2011, an object pulsating with colored lights was seen over Vancouver. It was later identified as Chinese-made kite. A bright blue UFO recorded over Hawaii in December 2020 also turned out to be an LED kite. That's all for today. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments.